Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Sag Glitch, aka Sag. Today I'm bringing you a hanging with Sag, and I know it's been a while since I did this. My wife actually the other day when doing stuff, she was wondering, she was like, "Hey, why haven't you done those hanging with Sag videos? Why haven't you done that?" And honestly, guys, I mean, there's been a lot going on. Just been really busy, so yeah, anyway, with that being said, basically I'm going to tell you about what happened, not this past weekend, even though this is Monday, January 30th that this is going up. Not Saturday and Sunday, but the week before that. And we had the ability to do our friends some favors. Um, they wanted to take their kids out to the South Florida Fair. And we were actually able to babysit our goddaughter. She is both my wife and I's goddaughter. We are both the godparents of her. And yeah, it was a lot of fun actually. She is just right around 2 years old. So a lot of like interesting things, like especially for me, where I haven't been much of a babysitter throughout my life. But apparently she'll be 2 in May. Anyway, now I haven't had many opportunities about babysitting. I I work with kids nowadays. I guess I work as a middle school math teacher, but not like little kids. And gotta be honest, I'm not big on the experience in that role. But yeah, we decided to watch her because the family wanted to take the older kids to the fair and get back kind of late. So we decided to take her. So she came over right around 3. uh, my wife and I, we were cleaning up around the house and getting everything ready for her, and just kind of hanging out until she came. And so she got here around 3. And what was my idea when it comes through is to get her as knocked out, as tired as possible, so that she's not giving us trouble later. And in all honesty, guys, we have you guys have seen Goober many of times. There'll be flashbacks of videos that we took over, and don't worry, we're pretty sure we wouldn't put on line anything without making sure the family was okay with it. But yeah, so we basically had her play with Goober and us just kind of hang out for a little bit. We let her watch TV for a little. Kind of got her readjusted to the situation of her kind of hanging out with us for the day. And after a while, eventually she actually spent the night with us. We decided that it would be in her best interest and our best interest to have her spend the night, since the family wasn't going to get back till about 1 or 2 in the morning. So yeah, it was definitely going to be a long night. And we didn't even want to stay up to the fact that we would have to get a call about 3, open up her doors, get her in the car, whatever, and get her on her way. So she actually stayed with us. But first and foremost, what did we do? And I told you guys our main goal was to wear her out. So where we live, it's called with the lakes. And it's not really a lake, it's a big pond kind of thing in the middle of our community that we walk around. We take Goober around it a lot to wear her out and take her for a nice little walk, especially if it's nice out. So yeah, we decided to take her and Goober for a walk, get them both passed out so we can actually have a good night. So we were having fun with her. We got some toys, and let her watch some TV. We were watching some Dora before we left, but yeah, we went outside. We took her on the path we normally take the dog, and she was having lots of fun. She was picking up leaves, walking around, trying to catch Goober, even though Goober was pulling me the entire time. She saw some squirrels, so basically her and Goober both looked up at trees for some squirrels. It is crazy how like closely related the things that her and Goober were doing when looking at squirrels and stuff like that. So yeah, but it was a lot of fun. And on our way down the street, they have it's not a garden gnome, it's basically like a person standing up. I guess it's supposed to be holding a lantern. I don't even know what it is. But yeah, anyway, she sees it. Well, she started getting tired, so she started slowing down. She had her little sippy cup with her, and she sees these little bricks. They're not really like bricks, but they're like the lawn kind that kind of separate everything. And so she decided to take this opportunity to sit down because she was exhausted. She put a little sippy cup beside her and she sat down. And then she looked up, and apparently across the street there was a little lawn gnome dude that was supposed to be holding a lantern over there. And she took the opportunity to go over and say hi, thinking it was another kid, I guess. Not really sure what she thought about it, but she saw something her height. And so what does she do when she gets over there? She doesn't like say hello or anything like that. She just walks up and gives the little guy a hug. And it was like one of the cutest things in the world. My wife and I were just sitting there in awe, and she just kept hugging the dude. And I mean, granted, she's not even 2, but her dad might want to watch out. Just giving the other guys hugs like that, I don't think he'd be okay with it. Um, but yeah, no, she walked over, gave him a hug. I took a really blurry picture of it. I'll insert it right here. So, yeah, she gave him a hug, and then she came back, and Amanda was like, go get your cup. And so she starts walking, and then turns right back around, runs back, and gives him another hug. I guess he was a pretty nice dude, I guess. But yeah, so she gave him a hug. We got back to the house. We came inside. Amanda and I had to both change for dinner. We went to Olive Garden, and so Amanda was getting dressed, and so I had to look after her, and then vice versa. So I think actually I was the first one to get dressed. I told Amanda to look after her while I came in the bedroom and changed, and then I came out and picked her up and got her ready and stuff. And so yeah, she was being really cute at this time. She was starting to grow on me, and guys, I don't go well with kids. Like a lot of times when we're out in public, I'll walk around and I don't know what it is about me, but kids are like drawn to either stare at me or have really weird looks at me. And so, like, I'll be walking, say, for instance, in Costco or Sam's or something like that, and kids will be in their little buggies, or I say buggies, but you guys probably call them shopping carts, and they'll be at the top and they'll be like this at me. And so, what do? Instead of being like nice about it, I'm like, what are you looking at? And so they're like, so I don't know what goes on with their heads. I don't know if I kind of resemble Santa in some weird way to them or what. But they look at me weird, and I don't like it. It creeps me out. I get the whole like Children of the Corn feeling. But yeah. So we went out. We went for a drive. We had our like high tech, super handy dandy car seat in the car, which is like crazy what they do nowadays, I guess. So I'm not sure if she was asleep. I'm not sure if she was awake the way, but we were listening to music. I was being more careful than I already am on the road with her in the car. And we finally get to Olive Garden. So what happens when we get there is we give her a name. We come outside and she's playing with us. And there was these like lights that kept changing from like orange to blue to green on the road. And she kept pointing at it, and then she saw a plane, so she, of course, pointed at that. And I don't know what it is about kids and other little kids, but they are fascinated with one another. And she found this other little kid just sitting there with their parents, and it was like, and I don't know if they have like some kind of telepathic conversation, but they were just in awe of each other. So we go in finally and sit down and get everything ready, and we have her in the high chair. And it's us. So we're still trying to eat as well as figure out what it is this kid can eat. So we're texting the parents. The parents are getting back with us. So I think we ended up giving her orange juice, I think it was. And orange juice, and the kids menu had like, I don't even know, it was like $6 for like chicken nuggets, french fries, and spaghetti. And this kid killed some spaghetti. So I'm going to take time here to insert some photos for you guys to see how fun it was. Maybe a little video or two. But she had a little menu that she was coloring and just all sorts of little things that she was doing. She was really cute during this time, so it was really fun. She's super messy, I will say that. So yeah, cleanup was fun, and cleanup for me with little kids is the hardest because I get kind of sick when I see kids like spitting up food and stuff. So yeah, but we had baby wipes, we had napkins, we had plenty of stuff. So we were able to get her clean eventually. But let's go ahead and put those videos in so you guys can see what we were dealing with.
Of us. It kind of makes me laugh.
So angry. Are you angry? Say hi. Wave hi. Say hi. Wave bye. Oh, so good.
Hi, Daisy.
Oh, I got you. I got you. Go. How about it?
Alright guys, welcome back. Hopefully those videos and pictures let you guys have some fun. But yeah, she was super cute. And then after Olive Garden, we went to CVS or Walgreens, one of the two. I can't remember exactly what. But it was right there across the street from Olive Garden. And we were going through, and Amanda needed some Benadryl. We needed a couple of things to pick up. And so we were picking up stuff, and I had her in my arms, so she was just kind of being carried around the area, and she kept looking at the stuffed animals, so we went over to the stuffed animals. And guys, it's coming up to be Valentine's Day, so there's a lot of Valentine stuff out and other things like that. So I showed her the bears, the different dogs, and stuff like that, and she kind of got, like, I don't know what it was, but she kept like rubbing it, laughing, saying it's like kind of like being like soft. Like, I can understand where she's coming from. And being a little kid, we were like, you know what? It's our goddaughter. We don't really see her. We'll treat her to a little treat. So we got her a little stuffed elephant, and She hung on to that thing for the rest of the night. Thing cost like $15. I mean, it's like it wasn't anything huge, but it was just like a nice gesture where she was just like all like hugging it, just being right next to it the rest of the night. So, in the long run, for us, it paid off for her to have fun and like it. We got back, and it was about, I want to say like 9 almost. It was getting late at this point, guys. And I never knew like how hard it was to go out to dinner with little kids and like just entertain them for a day. And so for you parents that are out there that watch this, and for you guys that are older siblings to younger ones, you guys do a lot of hard work, and I can give you guys respect. I understand that. That's for you guys. Kudos, because that wore me out. And so it was like 9 o'clock. I started watching a movie. Amanda goes in and lays with Paisley. Try to get her to go sleep early, and it works up until the point where every time Amanda would move, either it be going to get a drink of water, going to use a restroom, anything like that, it just so happens that every time Amanda would move and try to put Paisley on our bed, she would wake up and start crying. So it got to be where she asked me to hold her for a little bit while she goes to use the restroom, and then she comes out. And by the time she came out, I'm watching Child's Play. I'm watching something terrifying. I'm watching Chucky walk around in Child's Play 2. And then Child's Play 3 was coming on next. So you knew I was going to watch it knowing that I'm the horror lover that I am. So I wasn't going anywhere. I was chilling on the couch. And she would come up and just give Paisley to me. And I was to the point where I was like leaned back, one-handed cusping the little butt. And she was just like laying up against me. So I'm like this, trying to watch it. And she's like, well, should we really move her? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And so I turn this off, I go to bed with her. And actually, Amanda hangs out with me and watches Child's Play 3 and just kind of relaxes for a little. So the movie ends. It's like 12:30 or so at this point. So I turn the TV off, I get up, and we go to bed. I lay her in between Amanda and I and on a pillow. And so for the first hour or two, it's fine. I pass out. And then I realize that the baby's in the bed with us. I don't want to roll over on her. And so I start getting uncomfortable. I start tossing and turning, and Amanda's like pushing me to move because I'm about to roll over the baby. So I get up. I did a responsible thing. I said, you know what? She can lay here. I'll go to the couch and just sleep there. So I got out. I was forced out of my bed by a little kid instead of endangering her life. I was a responsible adult, got up, just grabbed a blanket and went to the couch and fell asleep. I didn't have to do that, but for me, I was just uncomfortable to the point where I was either going to roll on her or that I wasn't going to wake up if I did. So it was time for me to move just to make sure she was okay with herself. So I go to the bed, or to the couch, and sleep there the rest of the night. I wake up, it's about 7 o'clock or so, 7:30. I take the dog out. Paisley's still asleep. Amanda wakes up and kind of hangs out. So we're sitting there, and we know we want to get the kid back to her parents kind of early so we have the day to ourselves. After doing that, because we were exhausted, I'm not gonna lie, we got our butts handed to us by a 1.5-year-old. But so we wanted to give her a quick bath, so Amanda ran the water for her and put her in the bathtub, gave her a quick bath. We dried her off and changed her. And Amanda took a shower real quick to wake up, and I just kind of hung out with her while she was half awake, half asleep. And then I went and took my shower. So by the time I got out of the shower, she was eating Cheerios, or more like she was eating one Cheerio for every like 10 she would feed Goober. Because apparently she loved feeding Goober for some reason and wanted Goober to be fed. So yeah, Goober was excited for it. She would just sit there and eat it as much as possible, where she would wait, very gently take it from Paisley. But yeah. Mama. No.
No mores. Yum yum. Yum yum. Are you gonna give Goober another Cheerios? What are you doing?
So nice.
Yum yum. My pillow.
Overall, it was a really good experience. Had a lot of fun with her. It's really weird being a godfather because it's something that I wouldn't really think would happen to me per se. But my wife actually is the godmother to all 4 of their children, and I'm the godfather to the youngest one, Paisley. But with that being said, we're very close with one another. We love those kids just as our own, and would do anything with them. And they're actually students at our school that we both teach at. So it's fun to run into them at the same time. It's fun. It's not so fun because they call us out by our first names because we're so close. So we can't really have them do that at school. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun though. Overall experience, it was amazing. I feel a lot more comfortable for when, it just so happens that in the future when Amanda and I decide to have kids, I feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more prepared just to babysit our goddaughter. But yeah, one day wears you out. So for you parents that are out there, kudos to you. But yeah, that's really all I got other than inserting the pictures right now. And it's getting late. It's about 8:30. I'm going to try to get this up for you guys tonight. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you did. Let me know your experiences either as the babysitter or as a parent, and what kind of fun things you guys do with your kids, the craziest thing they got into, or if you even if you're grandparents and you're watching this, let us know how you spoiled those kids. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. Comment if you want, subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to check out the description below for my channel on Twitter and other Hanging Out with SAG videos. But for now, signing off. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.